Bitty Penny, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I am participating in the Scrappy Tails Hop. I'm so excited. These are some of the products I'm going to use today. And the design today is one that I recycle, or I like to revisit every single year since I started card making. And that is creating a card that looks like a gift or a present. So this is something that I do like one of usually, but it's just something I have to do each year. So I am using this Christmas Village stamp set. This was Scrappy Tails from their very first release. And I just love it so much. And what I'm doing here is arranging all the images and some of the sentiments to look like a piece of gift wrap. And what I'm going to do is emboss them. So I'm using my stamp positioning tools lid here and picking up my stamps because I have them right where I want them. And then I will actually tape down my piece of paper with washi tape. I'm going to use this anti-static powder tool and embossing ink, and then I'm going to emboss these all in gold. I thought that would be very beautiful, and this is really just kind of a classic Christmas card. So today's hop is super fun. The team's coming together to celebrate the Assorted Christmas Leaves die set, which we all loved straight out of the gate, just like we love the Assorted Leaves. And it just is such a great die set to accompany other pieces like what I'm doing here today, or it can stand on its own. So make sure to comment down below, follow along on the hop. In my description box, you will see the next person in the hop. The more you comment, the more chances you have to win. And you're going to want to get in on this because Sabrina is generously giving away one Assorted Leaves die set to one lucky winner. And then Sharon Leska also has donated a $25 gift card to Scrappy Tails to be given away as well. So make sure I'll have the information down in my description box. Make sure you check it out. All right, so right now I'm about to splatter the front of my card with white wash and really get a dusting of it. I wanted it to be light and subtle, but also like a blizzard. Okay, so this is the star of the show for the hop. This is the Assorted Christmas Leaves die set. I chose to watercolor mine today, so I brought in my watercolor palette and along with my color chart and picked a few color combinations, mixed those up, and now I'm going to use those to color up my leaves. One reason I really like to watercolor my die cuts is because it's easy to get full coverage, like on all the edges and everything. So that makes it fun. Plus, I like the texture of watercolor and the softness as well. So I thought that would make all of these leaves just really beautiful. So I am going to be using these as in replacement of a bow for the gift, the present. And here I'm using my watercolors to get a lot of detail because this one has like berries and leaves and branches. So I'm using a few different colors to get that one fully detailed. And then I brought in some mica stains just to give it a little more shimmer and shine. And I really like what this did for the card. It's subtle, but it's still nice. And I'm kind of just going to drag all of my pieces through this. So that's lots of fun and very messy. You know, with anything, you can kind of mitigate how messy you get, but I love getting inky and messy. It's no problem for me at all. but you wouldn't have to take this approach if you didn't want to. Okay, so after I use up every drop of this mica on all the leaves, then I'll start putting this card together more. So here I'm just hand cutting a little tag. I wanted a little cat tag to dangle on the front of the package as well. And so that's what I'm doing here. A real simple tag. And I brought in just one stamp from the Nativity Icons stamp set, and I just thought this dove was the perfect touch. I had tried stamping it in gold and I really wasn't feeling it, so instead I did it in this black and I like it much better. And I'm just distressing some green ink along the edges here. Super fun. Okay, now let's put this card together. So I had this ribbon, and this is the very end of it. That's all I've got. So I'm going to try to stretch it, and luckily it made it across both sides of my cards. I was so excited. So I've got that down, and I just taped it to the back. And what I'm making here is a 5x7 card, and this is just a card front. So this piece of paper is 5x7. And when I get done, I'll just adhere it to my card base. So I brought in a little embroidery floss for the tag. And I'll get this all tied on and situated, a bow tied. Very simple. So do you guys have a go-to design that you like to revisit? I don't know what it is with me and this design, but I always just like to revisit it each year with new supplies and a fresh approach. This, I think, is my favorite attempt thus far, which is good, right? That means I'm progressing and growing in my card making skills each year. That's a good thing. So I did pop a few things up with foam tape, and I glued other pieces down just to give it added dimension. Now the funny thing is I did my arrangement one way in the video, but by the time I was done cleaning up my space, I decided to change the arrangement, and luckily I could do that because I had popped up some of the pieces, and so it actually gave me more flexibility when it came to making my arrangement. So that might be something you guys think about as you're designing your cards. And of course it depends on your foam tape, how hard you press it down, how committed you are. I usually am fully committed, but with this one I just kept kind of fussing around. Either way, I'm pleased with the final results, and I think the design is fun overall. So I've seen some sneak peeks of other people's projects for this hop, and they're amazing. And also, I've seen some sneak peeks for a release coming out. It's Scrappy Tails kind of part 2 Christmas release coming out next month. Wow. Wow. You guys are going to want to see this. Check it out. It's going to be amazing. Definitely just so unique and brand new ideas, and I just love that. So I think now I'm about done fussing with that, and here is one version of the card. Again, it's not what it actually looks like now, but it is the version I had landed on at the time. I did use a black pen and outlined like some of the holly, and just did a few extra little details. But I really, really like this card so much. I'm just going to show you now some of the supplies that I did use. I love that Christian icons, the nativity set. It's so perfect for Advent, and I'm so glad it's in my stash, the Christmas Village. And then, of course, I used the Assorted Christmas Leaves. So, you guys, thanks so much for hopping along. If this is your first time to my channel, welcome. Stick around. You might like it. And I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.